Welcome back to Footballology. So I decided to do something that I've never done on the channel before. Actually, it's going to be my first one. I'm going to do a Kansas City Chiefs mock draft. I'm a huge Chiefs fan, as you can see by most of my gear behind me. I got plenty of other Chiefs stuff around my apartment, but I decided to kind of do this. It sounds like something exciting to do, and I just kind of want to give my Chiefs fans something. So I'm on the website called Fanspeak. I actually done several. I do a lot of mock drafts on here actually, and I'm doing a 7 round mock draft. And then when it comes, this is the one that always gets me. But we're gonna do the Kingdom Connection, and but I always like doing mock drafts for fun. It actually allows me to learn players. It gives me an opportunity to see if I can get a guy or if I can wait on a guy, if a guy's going to wait. Now, granted, these are not other GMs that I'm drafting against, which would be nice because I would like to see what some of these GMs be thinking. I mean, we all would, right? So I'm not doing any trades. This is going to be straight up 7 rounds. Take what I can get when I can get it. And I like it that way. Even though I always talk about trade back in all my videos, I like it that way. But here we are at 29. And this is always interesting, especially because I've done several Chiefs mock drafts. Right here at 29, I think everyone I've talked to, this consensus is always, we're going to get a receiver. I like Pierce a lot. I like Alec Pierce a lot. Treylon Burks, I like him a lot too. Mechie, Christian Watkins. Like, there's a lot of guys here, but Pierce he's always been my guy. Like, he's always been a guy I'm really high on or really excited for. And then we come over here to the cornerbacks, and I feel like I could wait on Woolen. I really like him. He has good size and good speed. But we're looking at some of these corners and where they're sitting at right now. And I'm just never excited about any of these guys. I really am never excited about any of these corners. So then we look at some linebackers and potential linebackers that we could possibly take here. Christian Harris is a good, big, rangy linebacker that I feel like they can fit in the middle of our defense and allow our two speed backers to play on the outside so they can cover more ground. Then we go to the edge. Jermaine Johnson, a lot of people have talked about him recently. Why is Aiden Hutchinson here at 30? Okay, that's random. Oh, all right. Aiden Hutchins it is. Hey, he's there, but he's probably not going to be there. But more times out of 10, I'm probably going to be looking for a corner or a pass rusher in this case. And granted, Hutchinson was just sitting there for me to take, so why not? So then we come back into the second round. And we're here in the second round. We look at receiver one more time. Just kind of glance to see who's still sitting there. Watkins is still there. We probably could have waited for Pierce, honestly. And then we move over to defense lineman. I love Travis Jones. Love Travis Jones, especially in the middle of our defense. With the smaller linebacking core that we have right now, I think we need a guy like Travis Jones in the middle of our defense. Chris Jones is nice, don't get me wrong, but a guy like Travis Jones can eat up space and really keep our linebackers clean, and that's really important. Come over here, look at some of the linebackers here, and oh wow, Troy Anderson is way down here. I don't know what's up with this big board. I probably should have picked a different big board. Troy Anderson is another guy that I'm really high on and I like too. But we're gonna keep looking around. We're gonna keep looking around, just looking. Definitely safety should be on our list. I like Brian Cook a lot. Let's see what corners are here. There's Woolen. So you know what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna make that happen because he's a big long corner. If you guys haven't if you haven't seen him, definitely go look him up. He's an interesting prospect. I think he could definitely be easily a second or third round guy for sure. And then we're here in the third round. So now we're in the third round, and this is, I will admit, we got a lot of capital this year. And for me, and a nerd for the draft like I am, I love the fact that we have so much capital. So, yeah, it's just exciting. So we got what, 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s. Granted, we lost Tyreek Hill for that. Moment of silence. But we're moving on. And so here we are in the third round, and looking around again, just trying to find the best value, best pick. I love Marcus Jones. Like, if you guys get a chance, once again, he's another guy you should look up and just kind of get to research him a little bit more. A lot of people say he has Dante Hall returnability, and if you're a Chiefs fan, you know what I mean. He got that Dante Hall returnability. Losing what's his name? Tyreek Hill. I already forgot his name. Losing Tyreek Hill definitely hurts us in the return game for sure. Because I mean, maybe McCole becomes more of a bigger role in the offense, so we don't really want to put him out there as much unless it's situational, which we've done with Tyreek in the past. But that's an option for sure. Looking at some more receivers, possibly. I am going to probably take another receiver here in the later parts of the draft. Come over here to the defensive line. I love Matthew Butler from Tennessee. He has some good size that I would like to admit, see in the middle of our defense, but we don't need him. I, I we got Aiden Hutchinson, and that's wow. Okay, that don't sit right with my soul right now. But I think I'm gonna double down on the cornerback position. I really want Marcus Jones, but Kobe Bryant is sitting there. If you see my mock draft, you know I got us getting Kobe in the first round, but we're gonna get him in the third round. Value, I love it. So then we're gonna come over here and look at some safeties. I like Brian Cook too. I like all the Cincinnati players right now, honestly. But Leon O'Neal, I made a video on him, so we're gonna try to wait on Leon O'Neal. Or we got Ball here too. Ball's another guy that I'm really high on too at the safety position, so we're gonna wait on him as well. So this is what I like to do. Usually I kind of just like to see where my guys are kind of falling right now, and if I can come back and get them or get them at a later time, and just kind of wait, not try to rush and get any guys. I'm trying to look at some tight ends. Yes, I know we got Noah Gray, and we also got Travis Kelce, but hey, you know, just looking, just kicking around. Come over to tackle position, Braxton Jones. I made a video on him, so he's a guy that I'm definitely going to be targeting here in the later rounds too. So we're going to wait on him too. And then guard, Tyler Smith. Now it says guard here. I like Parham too. Parham's a good guard too. Chris Paul's another good guard I like too. And granted, we're not in the guard market because of Trey Smith, and we have Joe Tooney and Creed Humphrey, so we're technically not in the guard market, and so it sucks. Good, I like those guys. Those are good quality players too. We're gonna come over here. Justin Ross is a guy that a lot of people like too. I've heard his name several times, kind of linked to us. But once again, I can wait, right? I can wait. Because we got Tanner Connor right there. Come on, if you're a fan of the channel, no, we got Tanner Connor down there waiting on us. So we can wait on him. Let's look at some running backs. Breece Hall. Now, to me, Breece Hall probably is the best running back in this class right now, and I think we need that. I think we need to make that happen. So we're gonna go Breece Hall. We definitely. I know we got Clyde and Frank Gore, Derek Gore, and those guys are pretty decent. They're pretty good for us. But I really feel like we need to create competition. Like it need to be an open job and let the best man win. I think at this point in time, I think that's what we need to trend, at least at that position. Quay Walker's right there. I'm surprised and I look back at my mock draft and I see this and like, why is Quay Walker sitting right here? It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Like, did I mess up or did they mess up? Somebody messed up. Ah man, this mock draft is not going the way I planned on it. I feel like it should have been a lot better than this, but whatever. Here we are. We got Aiden Hutchinson. Like I can't wrap my mind around it. I'm loving this mock draft though. It's a solid mock draft. Click over here, look at some of the receivers once again. The receivers are not really coming off the board, but these are some decent receivers. Josh Johnson, don't sleep on him from Tulsa. He's actually a good receiver. I really like him. Oh wow, Isaiah Weston is not here either. Wow, I don't know. This big board was shot. We might end up doing another one. I might end up doing another one because I don't know who put together this big board, but it is ridiculously interesting. So I'm just clicking around trying to find. I really want to try some good value here. I don't want to reach for a guy. Even though I like some of these later round guys, I'm not reaching for them. But I think I might end up reaching right here because I can't remember. I don't think we have a fifth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and get Troy Anderson. I love his size and speed. I think everybody loves his size and speed. That man's had a great offseason. His stock has just went through the roof like crazy. I'm still looking. I'm going to look at some more corners. So we double down on the corners. Let's go to the safety position. I'm not going to do it. Even though I do want to take Brian Cook, I'm not going to do it because I already got 2 Bearcats on my roster, and I'll look silly if I take another Bearcat. But it's either Smoke Monday or Leon O'Neal, and I love Leon O'Neal's character. I love his character. I genuinely love his character. He's a high energy guy, and I would love to have him on our defense. If you haven't seen my Leon O'Neal video, definitely go check that out. If you don't know who Leon O'Neal is, definitely go check him out. He is a high character guy. He's a guy that's gonna get your defense in the right headspace, and I think we need a guy like him for sure in our defense. Because sometimes our defense can get lackluster, and Right now, I feel like we lack leadership. So good thing I got Anderson and Leon right there, because now they're just rolling off now. They're just running off, and I think we got 4 sevens, if I remember correctly. So here we go. Deshawn Dixon. If you don't know anything about him from Norfolk, you sleeping. You sleeping. So that's gonna happen. I'm definitely okay with that. We're gonna look at some receivers to see who's here. We're gonna get Tanner Connor because he's a Footballology guy, right? So we gotta have him. We're gonna come over and look at some corners. Uh, I'm happy with the 2 corners we got right now. I like Castro Fields. I also like DeMarcus Fields as well. Apparently, if your last name is Fields, I like you. But those are guys that are decent. Looking at some of these safeties, I'm not in love with any of these guys. I'm gonna check back at the tackles. We did lose out on Braxton Jones, which is very unfortunate. That's very sad because I did genuinely want to get Braxton Jones. So we lost out on him. Nothing there. We took a running back in Brees Hall. Dominique Robinson, I've heard his name several times. I actually kind of did a little bit of research on him. He's pretty interesting. And then there's one guy. Is he still here? He is not. Okay, yeah, this big board was trash. I have to do another mock draft for you guys. This was a setting because it just wasn't a challenge. Letty Brown, I like him a lot from West Virginia. I think he was a pretty good running back. And it's really shallow now. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna get DeMarcus. Yeah, I'm just not in love with anything here now. Cause usually there's a good amount of guys on a different big board. I don't know what happened to this big board. If anybody know what happened to this Kingdom Connection big board, yo, talk to me. Cause either I'm sleeping or they sleeping or somebody's sleeping. I don't want to double down on the running back position. Definitely don't need a quarterback. Center. Look at this. Look at this. This is shallow. There's nothing here, and I feel like there's a lot of guys missing. Either they've gone already, or oh man, this just did not go the way I thought it would. Okay, but I'm not gonna edit it out. I'm gonna give it to you guys still, as you see it. I don't know who this is, but I'm just gonna take them. That's how I learn the guys. So that was our last pick anyway. It was a tackle. We needed a tackle. That draft is completely OP for us. Like, let's be completely honest. That draft is OP. It won't happen because, for one, Hutchinson will not make it that far. He will not make it to 30. Travis Jones, I could see making it to the 2nd round possibly. I like him a lot, but I can definitely see him making it to the mid or even not early 2nd round. I think he's a really good D tackle. Pierce, we kind of reached for him because I think we probably could have messed around and got him in the 2nd round. Kobe Bryant in the 3rd round, love it. Woland there, love it. Brees Hall, I don't think he makes it out of the 2nd round, but I'll take it. Troy Anderson, I would be surprised if he makes it out of the 1st round. I genuinely would be surprised if he makes it out of the 1st round. Leon O'Neal, Deshawn Dixon. My comparisons for him and a lot of other people's comparisons for him, which I agree with, was Marcus Davenport, the New Orleans Saints pass rusher or edge guy. He's really good. You guys know about Tanner Connor already. And then these last 2 picks were kind of just like fluff picks, whatever. But we're going to run that back.